Yes, our next comedian, performer, he has performed in casinos before, actually. He is a master impressionist, and I was so glad he was in our class. Let's give it up for Mr. Thom Fisher.
Thank you. Yes, I do look like the older love child of Owen Wilson and Ellen DeGeneres. I do. Tell you a little bit about myself. I'm the oldest of 3 siblings, had 2 younger sisters, so in the role of the big brother, I had to show them how to do things. I remember I even had to teach them how to use tampons. Oh, you think that's funny? My ass is still killing. Ow. My wife Pam couldn't be here tonight, so let's talk about her, okay? She's a former college gymnast. Yeah, that sounds pretty good, guys, doesn't it? And it was, in the beginning. Now, every time after we fool around, she sounds more like a gymnastics judge. I'm sorry, honey, had to deduct 0.2 of a point last night for that sloppy dismount. At least I stuck the landing in the floor exercise. Pam recently got her first 2 tattoos, and she was very excited about this. She's very starstruck. So she got a tattoo on the inside of her left thigh of actor Tom Hanks, tattoo on the inside of her right thigh, Leonardo DiCaprio. And she was so proud she came home to surprise me, stood in front of me, wriggled out of her skirt and said, "Can you tell who these 2 guys are?" I said, "Pam, I don't know who the 2 on the outside are, but that one in the middle is definitely Abraham Lincoln." I was kind of hoping for Pit Bull myself. Great time to be a sports fan, isn't it? Golden Knights in the playoffs tomorrow. Yeah, Raiders will play before fans in the new stadium, finally. Now, some people are worried about that because of, rowdy Raider fans, but I tell them, don't be concerned. They won't be able to go to the games because of, parole restrictions. Getting into a little bit of UFC, and like many, Conor McGregor is my favorite fighter, but did you see his last fight? Yeah. He got knocked cold. Conor McGregor fell to the ground faster than Bill Cosby's dates after their first cocktail. Boom! Oh. Baseball season's finally underway, that's great. Back when he was president, Bill Clinton took Hillary to one of the opening day games. Little known story, right before the game started, Bill suddenly scooped up Hillary in his arms and violently threw her out of the presidential box. Well, as you can imagine, the Secret Service raced up to him, whispered in his ear, and he said, "Oh, I really misunderstood, but I get it now. These people invited me here because they wanted me to throw out the first pitch." I'm sorry, Hillary. You're looking a little rough. Did that Thom Fisher guy try to teach you how to use tampons? So Joe Biden's in office, which means that Donald Trump has a lot of spare time down at Mar-a-Lago. And I hear he's been filling the time by having a lot of sex. Can you imagine what that sounds like? "Baby, this is so fantastic, so tremendous. You're the greatest, because of course I'm the greatest, and everybody knows that. Ooh, 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 ooh." As always, thank you, Ivanka. I know it's a daughter, but he said he'd do her anyway. So I think what Biden should do is he should get guest celebrities to help encourage people to, get the vaccine. First up, Christopher Walken. If you get the shot, you won't take pauses for no reason, like me. Next up, actor Liam Neeson. That's right, it's Liam Neeson, the star of Taken the sequel, and Taken Part 3. It seems my family keeps leaving their doors open, so they keep getting bloody taken. So I have a particular set of skills, and if you get the vaccine, that'll be the end of it. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you, and I will kill you. And finally, Al Pacino. Oh, wow. I don't want to bother you, but you need to get a shot in the hoo-wah, because if you don't, then you're out of order, and I will lose my mind. So many crazy commercials now. Have you seen these? There was a commercial the other day for nasal spray version of Viagra. You know, for dickheads. and commercials have to be so politically correct. There was a commercial for a sexually ambiguous G.I. Joe doll called G.I. Just Don't Know. He's a sailor on the USS Fabulous. Yeah, I do that voice a little too well, don't I? That's because I grew up watching Richard Simmons' exercise videos. Remember him? He went to his doctor the other day and he said, "Doctor, I think I'm pregnant." Doctor decided to play along and said, "Okay, who's the father?" And Richard Simmons said, "What, do you think of eyes in the back of my head? And by the way, I was there when Tom Fisher taught his sisters about tampons, and I loved it. Ow." Ooh. I'm Tom Fisher. I hope you had a few laughs tonight. Thank you so much. Good night.